your target. Before 8 o'clock, you could have reached out to every of your goal. And because our goal is 10 pips, we need to do this once and for all. Awesome. That's phenomenal. Great, 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 great. So tonight, I want to do a recap of this and how the process is going to be from tomorrow. Guys, from tomorrow on the PATG, you will have a username. You're going to be having a link. And with that link, you'll be having a password. The meeting is going to be passworded. So that means except you're in that call, or in that group, you wouldn't have a password. So every day, a password is generated, or weekly. That will be determined by the leaders. So if you want a weekly password, we're going to be doing that. If it's a daily password, we're going to be doing that. The exciting thing is that we want to make sure everyone that is paying for the value see the value. Someone chatted me up some months ago, said, sir, you need to be sending me this free signal. I said, if I'm not charging you, my children will not go to school. So if I'm not charging you, it's intentional so that you can see a reward for it. And where I have seen International Market Life help everyone. And that is why you need to be active. So if I'm doing it for you free in the name of Jesus, I will not go to school and lay hand on them. Hope I'm sincere tonight. Come on, guys. If you accept what I'm saying, type in 7. Okay, guys. I won't lay hand and say, Jesus bless you. My children need to be here because I've helped some people too. Guys, we need to be intentional in 2018. You cannot have a $50. Hello, sir.
No, you're good, sir. You're good. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, great. Great. So you cannot just sit down there and begin to imagine 1 million. You can't imagine it. You need to do the work. You cannot imagine it. You need to put in your part. And to put in your part is to be online. To put in your part is to be around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 noon. As the winning ratio of this strategy is phenomenal. And I can tell you all that we are ready to let this go. To let this go down everyone who is willing to learn. Come on, guys. You're going to be on tomorrow. You're doing your renewal tonight. You're going to be on tomorrow. Come on, type in intentional. Come on, type in intentional. Guys, I told you last year, towards the end of the year, I said 2019, it's a year of intentional living. I want to be intentional. I am placing the trade intentionally. I am moving my stop loss intentionally. I am doing what I need to do intentionally. Guys, the last time I went through my trade setup, everything is intentionally. Guys, is the intentionally thing that makes things work. So starting from tomorrow, we're going to be live and direct. So tonight, we're going to do a recap of this, and starting from tomorrow, you get a link on the PATG. If you're not on the PATG, you want to make sure you are on. You want to reach out to Damilola, the admin of the group, chat her up, make her all the calls. A lot of people chat me up and they say, "Had me." I don't have the right to hard. Okay? It is not because I'm not nice. It is just the system. Okay? Hey, sir, you are my mentor. Had me. You are in your team. That is not, it's not about teamwork. It's all about process. It is beyond me. It's leadership. I am just privileged to be the one posting. There are other several leaders behind the scene that send straight setup. I'm just privileged to be the one posting. So it's not just me. It's just about the system. So I want to beseech us that we do all we need to do. Call that number. Make sure it is sorted tonight because you want to be around as we take tomorrow's breakfast, taking the pips together. Oh, guys, I'm excited about this. The link will be on the group. The link was also going to be changed periodically. And the leaders that will be taking the calls are people that are already inclined with the system. And we are excited about this so much that we want to begin to let everyone know that this is possible. However, I want to also beg us that we need to go and study our IML Academy. You need to learn the basics, how to place a trade. Guys, you need to know how to place a trade. If you don't know how to place a trade, go back to demo, guys. Guys, it is not a scheme. It is not a get-rich scheme, a get-rich quick scheme, guys. It is a processed industry. You need to learn the skill set, how to place a trade, how to put TP1, how to put TP2, how to put stop loss. You need to do all of that, guys. You need to know it. You cannot just, somebody cannot help you do all of that. And the meeting tomorrow, as we'll start tomorrow, it is not to educate us on where to put stop loss, on where it is to enter the trade together, put your TP. So it is not a beginner's class. It is not you need to have done your part to have what the basic one to the end. You need to be able to place a trade, close a trade, put in TP, and even, if possible, to be able to trail your profit. Guys, all those ones, you don't expect that to be taught tomorrow. You need to go to your IML Academy and do your part, and you can enjoy the system tomorrow, and I'm excited about that. Before I go ahead to share the screen tonight, I want to return this to our able chairman, 50 loading, Mr. Francis Chiora, and any other contribution before I share the screen. I will go through the system one more time.
Awesome, guys. Guys, if you're excited about this, guys, I'm excited. I tell you, I'm pumped up right now. If you're excited about this, guys, can you type in 222 in the chat box? If you're excited, can you type in 222? I just need to know that you are hearing what I'm hearing. It's amazing, guys. In 23 months running in Profit Arcade, this is one of the biggest projects we've embarked on. I tell you, to assume that is one of those projects, you'll be totally wrong. Assumption is the lowest level of knowledge. I tell you, you want to be a partaker and not just an observer. I tell you, I don't just want to be an observer, I want to be a partaker. This is big. This is practical. 17-year-old boy, Maiwa, he's picked how many trades? 17-year-olds, how many trades? Mr. Maiwa, you talk about a 17-year-old young man still in school.
Yes, he has picked. Yeah, as at Tuesday, he told me he has picked 18 trades, he didn't lose one. As at Saturday, yes, sir, he has picked over 28 trades. He only lost 4.
And this gentleman is in SSC, still in school?
SS2, sir.
Now, this is no brainer. This is no brainer. It's no brainer. Now, the conditions are so simplified. The conditions are so straightforward. I had Spiller say that somebody had done about $6 million using the strategy. $6 million using that same strategy. I was on a call one day and somebody posted that has made $1.6 million using the exact same strategy. Guys, principles are universal. Principles are universal. Now, these are simple principles on your own, just on your own, without this architecture, on your own, guys, on your own, without this architecture, you are able to, reach your financial goals. This is big. Just on your own, just applying simple principles of using the strategy. It's so direct. And I tell you, just someone of 17-year-old still in SSC, still in his secondary school, that's what we call it in Nigeria. I don't know what's called in Kenya or the UK or Ghana. He's just 17 years old. Picked up 22 trades, only lost 4. Now, as at 18 trades, lost none. So what I'm saying is, 28 trades, and lost 4. Now, this gentleman, and that tells you the power of this strategy. We have people who have picked up trades, and somebody in my team who still told me yesterday, sir, I've picked up trades, I've not lost 1. It's not brainer. So what we have decided to do is to convert everything together. Now, you know the strategy, you understand how to use it, and that's fine. However, can we train together? A team that trades together wins together. You see, when we do it together collectively, now what happens with the lead of somebody who's experienced, somebody who understands the entry, somebody who understands how to pick up those entries, that gives newbies in our community ability to deepen their learning. It gives newbies, somebody who's just joined our community, the ability to reduce their error or parallax. So they're able to learn through the process, win trades through the process while they perfect their entries. So what happens is that the win ratio is increased and we begin to rock and roll. Guys, this is a deliberate plan. I believe this is, like I said, this is not my idea. Mr. Mao met with me one evening. We're just, after a meeting, we're hanging out and he said, sir, how would it look like if we have people who, in our community, our traders, check those entries before the 1 hour close of the 1 hour candle, and eventually we can share this idea with all the community members. Now, for instance, if EU has a setup, we can actually enter together. If EuroJPY has a setup, we can enter together. So we win together, I will create the excitement needed. See, every excitement leads to explosion. Then we can meet the goal of 20,000 customers. So that means we would have been able to train 20,000 customers. And that's meaning that 20,000 families will be impacted. Imagine the ripple effects of touching over 20,000 lives in Kenya, in Ghana, in the UK, in Nigeria. Imagine the ripple effect. You see, I tell you, if you see the beauty it will cause and the smiles, it will reflect in the lives of people around the world, families, homes. I tell you, this impact is not something that people will recover from. Guys, this is one big project. I believe God that everyone will connect to. So the conditions are simple. In the next 5 to 10 minutes, now we'll be having the admin post out how to join the Telegram group. In the next 10 minutes, it will be posted on all the groups, on our Telegram group, on our WhatsApp groups. Now, all you need to do is to get active. You can activate with your credit card. You can do that with your Skrill. You can do it with Bitcoin. You want to join tonight. You want to do it right now. Now, the instructions on how to join is you will be sent out to the groups, follow that instruction, and the admin will add you. I don't have the right to add anyone. I don't even have the right. If I am inactive, I'll be removed. If my wife is inactive, he'll be removed. No one is above. See, guys, we need to live by example. We need to live by example, and that's the way it is. Principles are the way to success. So how to do this is everyone goes active. Then eventually the guide will follow. For those who don't know, let's say somebody just joined us like 2 days ago or a week ago. You don't know how to join the PATG group. You're going to get the instructions on the WhatsApp group. Just follow that instruction and you'll be added to the PATG group. I'm truly excited. Over 260 people on the call right now. Let's raise the bar to over to 500 people tonight. I'm super elated. Tonight, we'll be having a review of the scalping strategy. Now, don't miss this or don't misinterpret this as just giving fish. Now, the goal of Profit Arcade is education. Now, don't misinterpret this architecture. The goal is to push in education. Now, don't see this as another give me fish syndrome. Now, we truly represent, I would always represent a teach me how to fish syndrome. Everyone has to be a master trader. That's the goal. Everyone has to trade for themselves. That's the goal. However, this goal is to help you perfect your entries, to learn by example. See, you learn in two ways. You either learn from your own mistakes or you learn from the mistake of other people. You either learn from your own experiences or the experience of other people. Over time, it has been proven that those who learn from the experience of other people actually live long and to actually attain to their goals. Now, when you learn from your own experiences, you might never recover from it. Or when you learn from the experiences of other people, what happens is that you are standing on the shoulder of giants to see further. So what this is about, or this architecture is about, is to give you the opportunity to see how the master traders are placing their entries, why they are entering trades, and why they will not enter some trades. Now, some trades look as if they've crossed down, but they are about to retreat. It's a fake out. They are actually about to retrace. For instance, if it's a buy entry on a cross up, the buyers might be tired and you are entering a buy. Now, that might be a wrong time to enter a buy. So can we see how the masters or the educators or our master traders on our faculty are entering their trades? Now, when you see that it perfects your own entry, you get better over time. However, the icing on the cake is that while you are getting better, you're also picking up the same trades at every 15 minutes of the close of the candle. Now, the beautiful thing about this is that I don't have to wait too long on the call. Just 15 minutes, 7:50 to 8:05. 8:05 to 9:15, 9:50 to 10:15, 10:50 to 11:15 to 11:05. So it's 15 minutes, 7:50 to 8:05, 8:50 to 9:05, 9:50 to 10:05, 10:50 to 11:05, 11:50 to 12:05. So 15 minutes of some, perfecting of entries. So you now notice that you see, it doesn't replace the education. What it does for you, it deepens the education. So please don't misinterpret this. Now, everyone has to stay in the learning process. Guys, education is powerful. Education, you become your own treasury. You become your own signal. I tell you, now can you type in the call right now? I am my own signal. Everyone on the call, type in, I am my own signal. You become your own signal. Type in, I am my own signal. Everyone on the call right now, type in, I am my own signal. We're starting tomorrow. Live and direct tomorrow. Can you everyone type in, I am my own signal? Everyone on the call right now. You become your own signal. Say, I am my own signal. Everyone on the call. That's the goal, guys. Everybody has to become the signal. Everybody. Can you type in, I am my own signal? Everybody has to become the signal. Now that means outside the architecture, I can look at the trades. I can pick up trades. Outside of the architecture, I become my own signal. That's the goal, guys. That's the goal. You become your own signal. You're able to check the setups. Enter as many trades as you want. As soon as the conditions are met, you are able to enter the trade. I was privileged to be with Dr. Rafael Spiller when he was in Nigeria. And that was last year. And the way I'm wired, I listen to people who have results. And when I listen with rapt attention. Because they've gone there. If you know the way to a place, your journey is short. But if you are taken by the hand, you're already there. So this gentleman told me, he said it to me, but it was like a loudspeaker. He said it, and I won't forget it. He said, I don't enter a trade until all my conditions line up. You see, I can almost remember the way he's saying it and his voice. I don't enter a trade until all my conditions line up. And he was actually showing this by example. That day alone, he did about $35,000 in trades, just about 2 or 3 entries. $35,000 in trades, 10 pips each, 3 positions. And he shared with me, he said, I and 2 other leaders, he said, in the month of November, this was in December, he said, I've done over $600,000 in trades. It is not a challenge of the strategy. The strategy works, and I tell you, it's been proven over and over again. And that's why I tell people, success is fundamentally simple, but emotionally difficult. Success is fundamentally simple, but emotionally difficult. So we're going to be learning how to deal with our emotions. We're going to be learning how to increase, put out discipline. He told me, I will not forget, as if I can hear the voice right now. He said, I don't enter a trade until all my conditions line up. I don't enter a trade. So what we're doing right now is that we're having our own educators line up the conditions before us, and we can enter the trades. And you see how they line them up? And then we can also grow in our discipline. We can grow in our patience. We can grow in our mindset. Success is fundamentally simple, but emotionally difficult. So why Dr. Rafael Spiller had the result he has? He has grown his emotion. He has grown his discipline. He has grown his patience. He has grown in his mindset. 3 fundamental key components of a successful trader. So what this will help us do is to grow patience over time, grow discipline over time, grow the right mindset over time, and then we can be at a point where we can begin to rock and roll. Guys, I'm super, super excited at what God is going to do in our organization. And like Mr. David would say, put God at the center of what you're doing and love people. Put God at the center of what you're doing and love people. I tell you, this, I believe, is inspired by God, and we are taking the action to accomplish what he has inspired. And like I said, not my call. Mr. Maiwa called me and said, Francis, Mr. Francis, let's do this. And I said, why not the dean? Let's make it happen. And we're on the call tonight. And of course, many other people, other leaders and trainers who will be joining forces with us to make this happen. And I trust the Lord, at the end of the day, he alone will take all the glory. I want to push back the call to Mr. Maiwa as he takes us on the review of the harmonic scrapping strategy and the bounce back strategy. We need to, because it's about education. Can somebody say, I will learn the skill? Type it on the call, say, I will learn the skill. I will learn the skill. Type in, say, I will learn the skill. Everybody on the call right now, say, I will learn the skill. Everybody on the call, type in, I will learn the skill. Everybody, type in, I will learn this skill. I will learn the skill. I will learn this skill. Everybody on the call, type in, I will learn the skill. I will learn the skill. Everybody on the call, I will learn the skill. Everybody, I will learn the skill. Phenomenal. Type in, I will learn the skill. Guys, I tell you, the place, you see, an investment in knowledge gives the greatest results. What we represent in Profit Arcade is a learning, and I tell you, to not change. However, we want to trade together, we want to win together, and want to achieve the goal of 20,000 customers minimum in 2019. Mr. Maiwa, over to you. I celebrate you once again, the Dean of Profit Arcade. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, my mentor. Super excited, guys, about this. I can tell you all, guys, that we are ready to move up, down, and we're raking this week. Super, super elated about the readiness to learn and the willingness to make this work. Guys, tonight we're going to do a recap of this process so that you can even do this without anyone having to be beside you or be around you. I'm excited about this.
Over 280 people on the call. Let's take it to 500, guys. Over 280 people on the call right now. Let's take it to 500. Let's max this call out right now. Oh, continue, sir. Sorry, I'm just excited about that.
Awesome, sir. Awesome, sir. Guys, what we're going to be doing now is to do a proper setup of this over and over again. Now, the blend of this system is for us to be able to see what we're talking about. What makes the market work? Guys, what makes the market work is based on three things, three components. It's called the fundamental, the sentiment, guys, and the technicals. Guys, when you want to scout, you must consider these three things. Why do you need to consider these three things? Number one thing is that the fundamental could be any time. A Brexit news could come out. A Trump news could come out. A Canadian news on oil could come out. Anything could happen. So you want to be sure, because your goal is just 10 to 20 pips in the market. You don't want to be in the market when this kind of news will be up. So the first rule is to go visit the Forex factory first. Why the Forex factory.com? That is where you will be able to get the news for the happening of the day. So when I wake up in the morning and I want to trade the scalping strategy, I come to the Forex market, the Forex factory website, and I check what is happening. So tomorrow is Monday. Let's go to Monday. Okay, so tomorrow is Monday, and we have only 2 news for the day. Nigerian time, I have Euro and GBP. So that means tomorrow, which that will be written in my journal. Guys, if you don't do this, you are breaching the rule. Watch this. Can you see? This is my trade journal. I saw this is my watch list. This is GPP CHF, AUD CHF, and Toba. Once the candle closes, look at NZD, CAD, NZD, USD. You can see ACAD, Euro AUD. This is how I write down the pairs that are ready to go anytime, any moment. Guys, I don't just want to go to the chart without a prior knowledge of what is happening in the market. So if there is a news for 3 p.m., I won't trade from 2:30. I won't trade this particular pair between 2:30 and 3:30. Why? I don't want to be stopped in that trade. I don't want to be stopped. So that, imagine I took a trade at 2:30 and I'm expecting 10 pips, and the news was released early before. Wow! And there was a spike up and my account went off. So I want to be safe. I want to be able to have the information for the day before I go into the market. So 2:30, 3:30. Now, what about the scenario where I've already entered a trade and I was expecting the trade to work out before the news comes out? So I see a trade setup of Euro USD for 11 o'clock. And because it's 3 p.m. is still far away, so I decided to pick the trade. And as I picked the trade, the market started ranging till 3. What do? I put in a stop loss of 30 pips. I'm not going to close that trade because the power of this tool is that you are trading a trendy market. Everyone on the call, can you type in trend? Trend. Everybody on the call, type in trend. Awesome. Awesome. So because I'm trading with the trend, and 85% to 90% of the time, when fundamental news are released, it moves in the direction of the trend. It moves in the direction of the trend. So that saves me. That gives me a leverage. That makes me to know that I'm still safe. The second thing I want to talk about, once you understand this, is that you put in the stop loss. Let me do a recap on that. You put in the stop loss before the news. Just put in 30 pips stop loss, so that if there's going to be a spike, you are not going to lose more than 30 pips. From there, you move to the sentiment. The power of sentiment is to be able to see the volume in the market. Guys, when I see that there is volume in USD, I will not trade against USD. When I see there is volume in GPP, I will not trade against GPP. This is what the local traders do. A day before, they have an idea from one of the insiders. Hey guys, this country is going to be pumping in X amount of money into this currency. So you guys want to keep that value of the currencies you have now. So by tomorrow, you can buy off or sell off. So what they do with that information, they hold the currency. They hold it until that volume is in the market. Then they put it in. Come on, guys. If you're excited about this revelation, type in 777. So the sentiment allows us to have an understanding of what is in the market. So you don't want to also scalp without sentiment. You don't want to scalp the market without sentiment. Sentiment might not work for swing trading, 300 pips, 70, 100 pips, 200 pips, 1,000 pips. But when it comes to 10 to 30 pips, you want to be able to know where the volume is in the market. And what gives us that idea, because except you're using the routers where the banks are, which we don't have the capacity to purchase now, they also have routers. They have routers that projects news online, on sentiment, okay? That tells you all of that. But because we are retail traders, we are privileged to have tools like the live chat. livechart.co.uk. So when I go to livechart.co.uk, I go under the strength, the currency strength index. So when I go to the currency strength, I'm able to see. So let's go back to now. This is live chart, livechart.co.uk/currency strength. So when I go to this place, I'm not going to be trading this, because that is where a lot of traders miss it. They are only trading sentiment, and sentiment can change in a second. Oh, I see here that GPP is very strong and USD is very weak. Then I go in there to GPP and I go and buy. The next minute or next seconds, the people that have pumped in money into GPP and withdraw their funds, because guys, those who scalp the market, they have volumes. The banks, for example, who have over $2 billion in their account to trade, they don't need your 10 pips. They only need 1 pip, just one. Once it moves in 1 to 2 pips, they close all their volume and they close for the day. And you don't want to trap, you don't want to be trapping that. However, this gives you a knowledge, a first-class knowledge. Wow, I'm excited. The numbers are increasing. Over 308 people on the call. I'm super excited. Guys, this is phenomenal. So with the sentiment, I have an understanding that, Mayowa, be careful. You're not going to be doing anything against GBP. You rather want to do things with USD. You want to do things with JPY. You want to do things with CHF. So when I come to my chart, I will not buy Chef. I would rather buy against Chef. I would rather buy against AUD. I would rather buy against JPY because they are currently so weak. And because the likes of Trump, the likes of governmental traders, they are either with USD or against USD. You also want to have that understanding. So what do I do if I'm using the live chat .co.uk? Is that I want to make sure that I have an average of 3 bars separates each other. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 6 bar and this is 1 bar. So I can trade a 6 bar against 1 bar. So the minimum that I want to trade is making sure that I have an average of 3 bar differences. When there are 3 bar differences, I'm okay. But if they are not up to 3 bars, I'm not safe. If it is a 6 against 5, it is a 6 against 4, I'm not safe. If it is a 6, if it is a 5 against 3, I'm not safe. If it is a 4 against 2, I'm not safe. I want to be safe with an average of 3 bars. And how do you get that? Just minus the number of bars against the other. So this is 6 minus 4. That is 2. So that's not enough. This is 6 minus 4. This is minus 4. That is 2. But I have 6 here minus 1. That is 5. So I want to make sure I have minimum 3 before I put in my money. If that is clear, can you type in 10? Come on, guys. If that is clear, come on, type in 10. So you want to trade the strength against the weak pairs. The strength against the weak pair. Another thing you want to do is to use another app, which is called currency strength. Currency heat wave. Currency heat wave is an app that allows you to be able to see the weakness and the strength of a currency. So when I open, so when I open my heat wave currency, I see a pie. So I want to trade the strongest against the weakest. So I will go to my strength. The strength is below. So you have own, strength, volume. So my goal is on the strength. The strength is the one that now gives me the meters. So I have all the currency pairs here. Come on, guys. You want to download that now, you can go download it. It's an application on your Play Store, either your Google Play Store or your Google Play Store or your iOS Play Store. So the app is there, and I'm excited about this app because I have an understanding of what is going on in the market when it comes to sentiment. So if you want to go by it now, you go to what can you see on AUD? What's the value on AUD, guys? What's the value on AUD? 7. Fantastic. 7.4. What's the value on CHF and USD? The value on CHF. What's the value on CHF? What's the value on USD? What's the value on USD? Fantastic. So, what's also the value on CAD? What's the value on CAD? Value on CAD. Fantastic. 6.29. So what do I do is I see that I have an idea of the volume. Somebody saying, what is the name of the app for download, sir? I have said that and I typed it here. I'm not sure you're seeing the screen. Adebayo, can you see the screen? I said it, currency heat wave. I guess maybe you are not following us because I repeated that over and over again. It is currency heat wave. Please pay attention to this class, please. Good. So what I want to do is, now that I see, I've seen that the 629, the currency with the 6.29, and I've seen the currency with 2 or less than 2. I will trade this trend with the week. So I have an understanding. So the next point is to come to my technicals. Guys, this is where you now learn it. You're going to be learning it big time here, guys. You're going to be learning it big time. So when I'm coming to my harmonic scatter chart, I have an understanding of what is coming to the market. So what am I to see? Sir, the difference in heat wave should be 3.0. Yes, an average, 3.0. Better still, you do the highest against the weak. I don't do minus the difference in heat wave. I just select the weak against the strongest. That's all. I don't do, it is on the live chart that I do that often. So when I come in here, I want to be sure of what I want to do. Here we go. The first thing I'm going to be doing is to change my settings on my chart. I've set up this before, but for those who are just joining us for the first time, I'm going to do a recap again. We have a video on this already. Okay, I'm going to post the replay again in the group, okay? So we might not have to do this all over again, but the replay will be sent to the group. If Pastor Toby is on the call, you want to help us drop the training on this strategy in the group. Pastor Toby, are you on the call? If you're on the call, can you type in 21? Only you, please. Pastor Toby, if you're on the call, type in 21. Okay, he's not on the call. Okay, so that's fine. So we're going to Pastor Toby alone, please, not Evelyn. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to do that after this call on the group, the training on the group, so everyone can watch the replay. So let's just go. I'm going to import the settings. This is my settings. I have my Ekinashi candle that is on ready. And what I do next is to make sure it's on 1 hour pair. So it's on 1 hour, sorry. So AUD is strong. USD card. USD is weak. Canadian dollar is very strong. So that means I will be looking for a sell here. Guys, this is where it is. Today, look at, before I place a sell, I want to make sure the blue line is below the red line. Dr. Clive said, this is fire. Yes, coach. Yes, coach. So, guys, I want to make sure the blue, which is the moving average 3, is below the red line. And they are both below the black line. That is my condition for sell. For me to sell on the moving average and RSI, I also want to make sure the two are below 50. This is my 50 line. This is my 50 line. So I want to be sure that the two lines are underneath this 50. If it is 1, I'm not going to place it. I want to make sure that the 2 are below. I also want to be sure that the blue MACD is below the price line. This is the price line, this black line. If the blue MACD is above it, it is a buy. If it is below it, it is a sell. So this is how I combine it with the sentiment and the fundamental. And this is how we've been making money. Guys, a lot of us, our bank officer, our account manager will be visiting our houses and be saying a lot of things to us this year. What kind of business can we do with you, sir? We discover the volume, sir. Can we, you know, that's what we are talking about. Okay? Hey, can we have an appointment with you, sir? With the volume in your account, sir. Don't come to the bank again, sir. We will come and be picking the check in the house, sir. Hope you woman, Kai. That's the power. Come on, guys. If you're excited, can you show some excitement, guys? Show some excitement on the call, guys. Okay. Fantastic. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. I'm super, super excited. So I'm going to be combining these together. So from the fundamental, I'm going to be watching the news. So I have euro. I'm not to trade euro tomorrow. So I'm careful. I also want to check my heat wave to know the currencies to trade. So now I'm going to blend this with this. So rule 1 is I have splitted this, which what we're going to be doing. You must have on your mark, you must have get set. And the last one is that you must have a goal. The goal is your entry, guys. The goal is your entry. And that will be the last indicator. So for this, what is on your mark here is the blue, the MACD rather, is already below the price on your mark. Okay? That's my on your mark. What will make me get set is the blue moving average cross down, which is get set. So the blue is already below the red line. So that's fine. Watch this. I have my RSI is below. So get set. Now I am waiting for the go. This is where patience is needed. Do not enter the trade until your money flow is underneath and the candle closes. Guys, this is not a guesswork. Look at. Look at this place. I won't enter here until this crosses below. That close, this must be obvious. This cross must be obvious. I don't want to enter when it's still up. I want to enter when the close of this candle. I want to be sure. Because the money flow is the volume in the market. And the money flow can turn up back and say it's not going up, down again. So when this candle closes, that is when I now enter because my money flow has crossed. So this is my close. This is my goal. So I have on your mark, the moving average has crossed down, get set. The RSI is down. I have a partial goal, but until the money flow crosses, that is when I will enter. And that will be at the close of this candle. That is why you do not place a trade for one. After one, you don't have a business with the trade. As this candle closes, then as it opens this one, 10 o'clock on the dot, 8 o'clock on the dot, 9 o'clock on the dot, I will enter my cell here, which ended up giving 84 pips. No, guys. You don't understand what I'm saying? No, guys. 84.
And we only need 10 pips. Awesome.
Nah, and we only need 10 pips. Guys, if it does not align, no trade. See, this will separate the big boys from the men. Patience. It will separate the big boys, those that will be making money, from the men that will be contributing. I tell you, if you're not going to be waiting, guys, the business of Forex is its timing. So a lot of people could say, oh, this has crossed, this has crossed, this has crossed, I will enter. No, there must be a call. There must be a call to enter, which is your goal. So you have, on your mark, you have get set, you have a goal. That goal must be on a 1 hour candle opening. That is when I have the right to enter into the market. Let's go further to another pair and we'll do 2 more and we can move further. Look at this. Wow. No. I'm ready for this trade. This is a trade we are ready for. Once the market opens, we are ready for this. The blue is ready to cross the red.
Okay.
The MACD, blue MACD, has crossed up. So I have on your mark. The money flow has crossed up. Get set. I'm waiting for my RSI. Guys, don't guess. This is seeing is believing. Write the vision. Make it plain. Guys, I am waiting for my blue, for my moving average, 3, to cross above the red. Guys, once it crosses above this red, I have the third sign, which is go. But the last one is this RSI is very critical. Guys, this RSI must cross up. So I have everything set. I am waiting for my RSI. Once the RSI crosses, that is my goal. On it crosses and the candle closes. Guys, do not jump the gun. Guys, do not jump the gun.
Mr. Marwa.
Yes, coach.
Do you know on the same pair on Friday,
Yes.
on the same pair on Friday, I did 200 pips with multiple entries on the cross down right here. I did several entries right there where you see where the blue crosses the red coming down. I did about 200 pips on that same move coming down.
Wow.
And now I'm set to make money going up because I'm in the GA pair. So when you're going over the analysis, I'm laughing because, sir, with all the experience you have, you and I know, with this technique allow, and I'm not trying to be rude to jump into your call. So I apologize to each and every one of you on this call because I have a profound respect for Dr. Mario. To me, he's one of the best trader, hands down, in iMarket Live. So I apologize if I stepped, but I had to let you guys know how powerful what this guy is teaching. Dr. Mario, please take it back away. This is powerful.
Yes, coach. Yes, coach. I'm excited, guys. Guys, that's my coach and mentor all the way from United States. Guys, once this crosses, the RSI crosses and close.
Absolutely, Mr. Clive. Absolutely. Awesome. Yeah, take it away, sir.
Yes, sir. Once the RSI closes up, once the candle closes, I pull in my buy. I am waiting. But, sir, my RSI has crossed above 50 price line. No, I don't understand which of the price are you using. You must, okay, let me go through your settings. Go through your settings. You are not to use the RSI measurement. You are to use the money flow upper limit. I guess, Kule, you are using the upper limit for the RSI. Use the upper limit for the money flow. That's the correction. Use the upper limit for the money flow. Okay? If you use the upper limit for RSI, you will have it as it crosses. So you want to make sure you use the money flow 50. This is what I'm saying. Look at, if you use the RSI, you see, you're going to be entering this already. But I want to work with the MFI, okay? I want to work with the MFI. If not, because they both have different lines. So just pick one. But I use the MFI. We all use the MFI because the MFI is the volume in the market. And you want to trade with the volume. So that's the purpose of that. So I'm going to remove the RSI again. So you just use the MFI settings. So once this candle closes, guys, and this blue is above this red line, guys, I am in for a great buy. And I'm going to be in for a 10 pips and I'm out of the market. Guys, you want to be disciplined with this hack. Guys, a lot of setup is going to be happening this week, but you must be disciplined. If the setups are not there, you do not have a business with the market. Guys, it is all about patience. USD CHF. Look at this already. The blue crosses below the red. Look at what I'm saying. Look at what I'm saying. This is on your mark. The MACD is on your mark. It crossed down. Great. The RSI has crossed down. Fantastic. The moving average crossed down here. Guys, so I have on your mark. Get set. Look at. This is where I'm going. As I see the goal, once the candle closes is my goal. Your goal, come on. This is 22 pips already. And you only need 10. Guys, you only need 10. Guys, that's what we have. So what currency pair has strength again? I want to look for the currency pairs that have strength against the one that is weak. Euro USD, Euro is currently very strong and USD is currently very weak. Whoops. Guys, if you had followed this trade on Friday, the blue has crossed up here. Great. The RSI has crossed up here. So you wait until the moving average is above. As it is above here, I'm fine. Anywhere I range this, I'm fine. But I want the blue to be above the red and above the black. So I pull my trigger. I have a get set ready. There's another cross up here. I have get on your mark, get set, and I have my go here, guys. Go. 10 pips and I'm out of the market. Guys, this is what we need to do. Come on, guys. If you're excited about this and you're ready to take the market with patience, having to compound your money, come on, type in 111. Awesome. 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 So what I also want to do is to take us through the the Excel sheet, the compounding Excel sheet, because I've seen people who aren't doing it properly. Dr. Clive.
Let me say let me say something that is really, really impressive that I see going on right now. Every so often, technology have a way of turning the tides in the world. You look at South Korea, you look at the Asian area where it wasn't so developed until technology comes along, and here they come, the economy blow up and they do amazing things. You look at the US been around, you look at Europe, they've been around, but here come Africa now. Here come the #1 financial market on the planet. And a lot of people on this call, you may be underestimating what is going on, but I will encourage you, do not underestimate what's taking place right here. And I want to say this real quick. If you guys really take this as serious as Mr. Morrow or Mr. Francis is putting this information out here, as many as the other leaders that is out there playing their role, and take this information, harness this information, study it, apply it, you can transcend. You can literally transcend, guys. You can transcend the destination of the current state of what Africa is in. Not just Nigeria, not just your own personal situation, but the situation of the continent, because you're dealing with the #1 financial market on the planet. And when you want to change and when you want to make a shift in the economy, it doesn't start with the government. It starts with the individuals. And this is what all of us represent. We are all individuals on this call, and we have the most powerful financial market that we're playing with right now on the planet. This is something that can change generation from generation. This is something that can change the world perception of how they view Africa. I take this thing serious. So I will encourage each and every one of you on this call. Take it serious. Learn the information. It's very simple. It is very simple. And share the knowledge. Don't keep it to yourself. Share it, guys, because we're going to change so many lives with this information. You got over 300 people on this call. If you think about it, if each and every one of you go share this with 10, 12 new people, how many lives are we going to change? Do the numbers, guys. Let's do the number. You're talking about almost 4,000 people. It is incredible what we can do, and each and every one of you can do this. All right? Mr. Mara, go back again. I'm sorry, sir. I'm just pumped up, fired up, my brother. Pumped up and
absolutely,
fired up.
Mr. Clive. Absolutely, Mr. Clive. Absolutely.
Okay, guys. So I'm excited. I'm pumped up. So what do I do? You have this on your. Everybody has this. If you don't have it, you want to check the file on the Profit Arcade group. When you put in your $100, you want to be sure either you're using 2% or 3% or you're using 5% based on your risk level, okay? Based on your risk level, okay? See, don't compare my result with your result, okay? I recommend you do 3%. I recommend you do 2%. But the maximum you do is 5%, okay? Maximum, okay? 2%, 3%, you're good. Now, if you do 5%, this is what you're doing. So it tells you the lot size you're to use, and this is 0.03. And with this 0.03, that means 0.05 rather, that means I have, when I'm entering my trade, once it tells me to buy, I am buying and I'm using 0.05. Now, what do I also do is that I recommend that you divide your capital by 2. So you are trading a portion of your account against the other. So the other one can be a cushion effect for your account. If you have $100, you trade it as a $50 account. Very important, guys, because of over leveraging, because of spike out, because of your lot of your stop loss of the losses, the trade that is against your loss. The trade that goes in loss. So if I put in 0.03 or the $50 account or the $100 account, which I'm trading like the $50, I'm using 0.03 and I can grow it gradually. So if you want to trade a $100 account, you have to have a 200 in your account. So if you want to trade a $500 account, you must have a $1,000 account. So if you have a $1,000 account, you trade it as a $500, so that when you are running, when the trades are running, you can allow it to run. Then I also recommend you don't have more than 2 trades running. Don't see this enter, you see that you enter, you see this enter. No, let every transaction complete. Because a lot of us, our account balances do not live to enjoy. Our account balances are not alive to live to enjoy the trades that end up going in profit. So for example, you are in 4 positions on $200 account, and in 4 positions, everything went in minus 50. That means that account is gone. Now, when the account blows, then it now comes back. You now come back to check your chart. The trade retraced back, and you are now, everybody's in profit. But because you have loaded your account, okay, your account could not carry those trades. So please and please, how many trades do I recommend that you should be part-time? Everyone on the call, type that on the chat box. How many trades do you have to have running part-time? 2. Very important. 2, especially when you're trading with $100. But if you have $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, you can do more. But if you have $100, please, if you have $100 or less, please. Don't see, guys, you want this trade to run so that it will not just be in profit and negative for a while, then you now see it come back in profit when you have manually closed it. And you are not expected to put in stop loss, guys. Don't put stop loss. What I recommend is write down your stop loss. Let me explain to you what happens when you put stop loss.
That's next level training, Mr. Maroa. That is absolutely next level.
Yes, coach. Look at, guys. This, I enter a cell. I entered a cell here. All condition met. All condition met. And I'm expected to do 10 pips. As I enter, because this is my stop loss, which is 30 pips. Look at, the market spiked up, 53 pips. It hits you out, pa, 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 pa. Then it came back and started going your way and went as high as 100 pips. Guys, this one, when you get home, you want to greet your wife. If he says good morning, you say no. If he says good welcome back, you say no, don't welcome. And that is why it is Forex market. So what I've learned over the years, your children will want to hug you, you will say no. Guys, just go and sleep, go and sleep. You'll just be, you'll be just forming very moody, very moody. But what I've learned is I want to know my stop loss. So if my stop loss is 30 pips, I write it down. When I see a close above my stop loss, a close above my stop loss, when I see a candle closes above my stop loss, then I close it. Guys, see, discipline is everything. Discipline is everything. I've seen scenario where you are entering a buy here. This is your stop loss. Sorry, you enter a buy here. This is your stop loss. Watch this, guys. Look at, you entered buy. It went in negative. Look at, but did not close below. The candle did not close below. It hit it and came back up. That means I know I'm still in this trade. Then it went back up. It went back up and it did your 10, did 31 pips. And you need just 10 pips. You are out. But when this candle closes below it, everybody close and forget this trade. Close it manually and forget it. That will help us to put all of this together. I'm going to be putting all of this together starting from tomorrow. And I'm excited. If you have gained value tonight, come and type in, I have gained value. Type in, I'm a millionaire in dollars. Type in, I'm a successful trader. Come on, type in, I'm a millionaire in dollars. You've gained value. Come on, type in, I'm ready for the week. I'm excited. Come on, show the emojis. Come on, show all the signs. Show some excitement. Be ready for this. Come on, I'm super excited. Guys, I'm super, super excited about this. Super excited. Come on, our able chairman, Mr. Francis, take it over, sir. We'll celebrate you, sir.
Awesome, awesome, guys. Fantastic call tonight. Amazing, amazing call tonight. Amazing training tonight. Guys, if you got value on tonight's call, you truly got value, and I know I got some value tonight. Mr. Clive is a witness. We're just here rocking and rolling, putting in the knowledge. Amazing value, Mr. Mayowa. Please, can you type in 555? If you got value tonight, guys, can you type in 555? I got amazing value, guys. I tell you, the more you learn, the more you earn. The more you learn, the more you earn. I got amazing value. If you got value, can you type in 555 in the chat box? Super excited to be on the call tonight. Guys, I tell you, this can only get better. This can only get better. Now, this was not where we started from. I can tell you, we didn't start from here. It was days of little beginnings. But of course, this is not where we're going. The vision for 2019 is minimum 20,000 customers. The goal is to touch 20,000 families, 20,000 customers inside of 2019. And I tell you, say, write the vision, make it plain on the table that it may run that reading it. Write the vision, make it plain on the table. And I tell you, one of the things that will make us achieve this vision is what we have just launched, the new Profit Arcade Zoom training platform. And it's starting tomorrow, guys. If you don't have your account active, you want to go and activate tonight. We just sent out on the group platform how to activate. You just joined us 2 days ago, 3 days ago, a week ago. You're not on the PATG group. You need to be on the group right now. Now, follow the link, follow the prompts, follow the instruction. As long as you're in Profit Arcade, you have access to that group. Guys, you don't want to miss out on what is going to be happening starting from tomorrow. Now, I tell you, this is a game changer. And I'm grateful to God for what he's doing inside of our organization, the lives that are going to be transformed this year. Now, just like Mr. Clive has said, you cannot underestimate the power of what is about to happen. Guys, this is big. This is going to change many, many lives. We've seen so much testimony in 2018, 2017. What's going to happen inside of 2019, ears will hear and tingle, because lots and lots of people are going to change their financial game. It's our year of financial tsunami, just as said by our mentor and coach, Mr. David Imonite. And I'm excited at what is about to happen. Guys, I'm excited. We're going to close out the call right about now. It's been an amazing time on the call tonight. Like I said, the instruction is on the platform. Go on the groups. I will just post that instruction on how to join the PATG. Make sure you activate your account. You must have an active account so that you have your scanner, you are learning. Of course, you're on the academy, you are maximizing the IML TV, lots of education, over 61 of them to grow the knowledge and get it deeper. And of course, you're using a harmonic scanner, rocking and rolling, and we're winning on both sides. Guys, thank you so much for joining the call tonight. I'm super excited. And I tell you, we'll be on the call again by 7:50 tomorrow morning, 8:50 tomorrow morning, 9:50, 10:50, 11:50. And I tell you, we'll be rocking and rolling. Have a good night, everyone. God bless you. Mr. Clyde, before I leave, you have a word to say before you leave. Before I just want to turn the table to you right now before I just close out this call. Mr. Clyde, are you on the call?
Yes, I am.
Mr. Clyde Johnson, are you on the call, sir?
Yes, I am, sir. But you know what? You guys said enough, and that's more than enough. So we can close it out and take it from there, sir. It's awesome.
Awesome. Guys, have a good night, guys. See you tomorrow, 7:50 on the call. The link will be posted on the PATG group alone. Only those who are active and on the PATG group can access it. It's a code. Now you need to be active. You need to have access to the PATG group. Then you can join the Zoom training. Guys, everyone should be active. Everyone should join the Zoom so we can rock and roll together. A team that trains together wins together. Have a good night, everyone. God bless you.